All right, honors geometry. So now let's move on to surface areas with pyramids and cones. Again, this is a little bit more challenging than prisms just because of the shape, right? Because you're going to a top point, that's going to affect how we look at the surface area of these pyramids and cones. So let's take a look. So this first picture has a square pyramid shown. And the new dimension that I did briefly mention in the volume video was this slant height, right? So because this figure kind of leans into a point, when you're looking for the surface area of a pyramid, you do not need to use the height inside the pyramid because it's not the same as the height on the outside of your faces. Because these do lean in to meet at that point, you now need to use the slant height right here. Again, it is called the slant height because it's the height that is slanted. This slant height is the height of this triangular face. Remember that these pyramids have lateral faces that are triangles. And to find the area of each of those triangles, you have to have the height. All right. Now, a lot of times they give you the height of the pyramid. So what you'll have to do is you have to create this right triangle, as you can see I'm doing, to find the slant height. Now they'll give you the height, and then this bottom side of this triangle, if this square pyramid has a side length of S, that bottom side right there is going to be half of that side length. If I could draw half S. Okay. So you'll know those two sides and you'll use them to find the lateral height. Okay, and the lateral height will be the hypotenuse of the right triangle in Pythagorean theorem. It will be the C value. Okay. So again, if I'm looking for the lateral area, you can see that it's made up of triangles. They're going to be congruent triangles. So the area formula for a triangle is 1/2 base times height. So in this case, it would be 1/2 the side length of the square base times the slant height. But since all the triangles are the same, you can combine them into this formula right here. Lateral area equals 1/2 the perimeter times the slant height. And again, it's because each of these triangles has the same base, and you're going to use all four of them. So 4 S's would be the perimeter of this square base. Okay. So formally, the formulas for lateral and surface area. So for the lateral area, again, it's 1/2 the perimeter of the base times the slant height. And again, that slant height is right there along the triangular face. And then to find the surface area, you need to use the lateral area plus 1 area of the base because there's only one base. And again, don't forget that sometimes they might give you this height. Draw it down. You'll be able to find what that side is, and you can use this right triangle to find your slant height. Cones are very similar. So when you look at a cone, if we were to roll out a cone flat, the lateral part of it would, or the lateral area would resemble a triangle. So we're still going to use the same formula, 1/2, but we use the circumference, right? Because that's the perimeter of this base, right? The base of the circle, the circumference, times the slant height. And again, the slant height is just going to be on this angled edge that you'll see in your pictures. So then to find the lateral area, of course, you use 1/2 the circumference times the slant height. That's 2 pi r is the circumference. And then to find the surface area, you take the lateral area and you add 1 area of the base. And again, the base is a circle, so it's pi r squared. Notice here, I can draw that right triangle again. Say they give you the height of the cone, you drop it down, there's your right triangle, here's your slant height, and there is that right triangle you're going to use. The radius would then be that bottom side of that right triangle you use to find the slant height. All right, so I got one basic problem to do in Delta Math, and then we'll move on to Edge Elastic. All right, so let's take a look here. It says find the surface area of a square pyramid with side length 3 kilometers and slant height 5 kilometers. Okay, so they give you everything you need. That's why this is simple, right? So to find the surface area, we need the lateral area plus the area of a base. So to find the lateral area, you need to take 1/2 the perimeter of the base times the slant height. That'd be 1/2 times 4 times 3, because that's the perimeter of your base, your square base, times 5, which is your slant height. To find the area of this base, it is a square, so we would go side length squared, and that'd be 3 squared. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this, I'm going to add 3 squared. So we'll type that into the calculator now. So let's do 1/2 times 4 times 3 times 5. So that's the lateral area. And we're going to add 3 squared, which is the area of the base. And I got 39. I believe it's in kilometers. So this would be 39 kilometers squared. There we go. Okay, so these are more of the basic problems here. There's only one to do on delta math. So you watch the video, do this delta math, and then I'm going to make another video for your edge elastic problems.